Hey everybody, welcome back. I have had a few new subscribers in the last few days. Thank you for subscribing. If you are new here, I'm terrible at remembering to introduce myself and talking about what this channel is about. So really quickly, my name is Rebecca. I live in North Carolina with my husband and 2 dogs, and I am on YouTube vlogging my journey from debt to financial independence. Not just debt freedom, but financial independence. They are 2 different things. And on Mondays, I like to discuss a blog post from my favorite blogger, Mr. Money Mustache. And so I'll pick one of his posts and read a portion of it and then discuss it a little bit. He actually is also on YouTube. He just recently started posting again on YouTube. So in the description box below, I always link the blog post that I read from, but I'm going to also link his YouTube channel down there. So if you like Mr. Money Mustache, then go check out his channel too. So anyway, we'll get right into it for today. Today's quintuple M, the Monday Mr. Money Mustache motivation, comes from April 26, 2011. Why hardcore saving is better than masterful investing. I was recently enjoying a conversation with a new friend. Despite my best efforts to sound normal and busy, this person eventually figured out that my wife and I don't actually do enough paid work to sustain the normal middle-class life we seem to lead. From here, he pried out the fact that I am Mr. Money Mustache, the freaky magician who retired at 30. When people learn this, they immediately start grilling me on my presumably amazing investment skills. You have to be a stock market wizard to retire unusually early, don't you? Unfortunately, I have a pretty poor investment record myself. As an early 20-something, I thought I could pick winning stocks and ended up buying some that went to nearly zero. These were balanced by some that went up nicely, and these experiences combined to average out to about the same return the stock market as a whole would have given if I had just bought a nice index fund. Through my later 20s and 30s, I thought I was wise by squirreling lots of money away in the excellent Vanguard 500 index fund. But then the Great Recession happened and temporarily backed out all of those gains. I did make some reasonable money from home ownership and managing a rental house, but most of that was earned by increasing the value of the houses with old-fashioned sweat equity. Renovations I did myself. In investments, you will win and lose on average, and statistically the best you should expect is to match the market, historically about 7 to 8% annually after inflation is subtracted out. But let's hypothetically say you were a masterful investor. The best investor in modern history, Warren Buffett, has averaged investment returns of about 20% per year for over 40 years. This is about 4 times higher than the laziest investor who just bought guaranteed return bonds. Now let's say you're a masterful middle income saver. You're married and you and your spouse earn $120,000 combined per year, say $90,000 after tax. With skill, the 2 of you can save at least $50,000 per year of your combined income between regular and retirement accounts. Next, compare this with the average personal savings rate in the US, 6% right now, which is actually higher than the usual because we're in a recession, as low as 1% during the big credit and spending boom of the mid-2000s. An average couple would save less than $5,000 per year then. So the difference between average and amazing investors is 4 to 1. The difference between average and mustache level savers is at least 10 to 1. So over the short time horizon we are talking about, 7 to 10 years to retirement, you'll get much better results by learning from this blog and working on your spending than you will by trying to be a fancy market-beating investor. That's why I often repeat the message of just pay off all your debts and then start throwing it all into the Vanguard index fund. Sure, it will go up and down with the broad stock index, but these are your retirement savings. You'll be living off of them for the rest of your life, and while we can't predict the future, we can choose the statistically best place to get a high long-term return. And that place is in a low-fee index fund. By concentrating on saving rather than the minute details of investing, you are stacking the odds in your favor while also freeing up time for the real deal, maximizing your fun in a cash-efficient way. So yeah, I really like this blog post. He brings up a lot of good points. And the thing that I like about it the most is that when I first discovered my interest in personal finance, I knew nothing about investing. I still don't know very much, but the good thing about it is you kind of don't have to. If you're looking for financial independence, this is a simple path to it. You know, just save as much money as you can and invest it in the broad market as a whole. And choose, when you invest, a broad-based index fund that has low expense ratios. And that is found with Vanguard. Vanguard seems to be people's favorite most of the time. Now, while I'm not yet at the point where I can start shoveling boatloads of money towards index investing, I'm still trying to get out of some high interest debt, you know, one thing at a time. At least since I'm still continuing to learn about personal finance and investing, one of these days I'll be able to get there and be able to save a lot of money, you know, being as frugal as possible. And while, yes, income can be a problem, I mean, you can only cut your budget so much, but the thing to remember about increasing your income versus increasing your savings is that when you increase your savings, you get to keep 100% of every extra dollar you're able to save. You can then invest that dollar and make it work for you and gain you more money. But when you increase your income, unless you're, you know, working under the table, that extra money is going to be taxed and you're not going to get the full value dollar of every extra amount that you make when you increase your income through a job, say. So, you know, that's a good point to remember. Yes, you know, the ideal situation would be to increase your income and increase your savings rate as well. But every person has to decide what their balance is. At what point is working 80 hours a week just to have a little extra income to throw into investing, at what point is the extra stress and the time lost not worth it to you? And that is something that only you can answer. All right, so that'll wrap up this episode of the Monday Mr. Money Mustache Motivation for you. Just some more food for thought as you head into your work week. If you like videos like this about personal finance, if you want to follow me in my journey towards financial independence, then feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you as always for watching, and share this video if you feel like a friend of yours may like it as well. All right, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.